Hello everybody and welcome to another live stream with me, Paul.
Me, Jason.
Collectively,
Those vegan guys.
We usually do a live every week. Now and again, not very often, now and again we have a day off.
Very occasionally.
So last Sunday we had it off. But our usual order is Saturday, Friday, Sunday. Saturday tonight, 8:30. In the kitchen, mukbang. Next week, Friday, 9 p.m. in the lounge, chill out, maybe a bit of music. Week after, Sunday, 3 p.m. in the kitchen, very possibly cooking something. That's how it goes.
That is how it goes. Welcome one, welcome all. We are here to leisurely enjoy our evening meal. We call it a Saturday mukbang, but not in the traditional sense that you may or may not have seen other mukbangs on YouTube. We take our leisurely time.
We have our dinner.
We just sit and have our dinner. We chat with us all. Speaking of which, quick shout out to a few of you that were here bright and early, even before us. Peter, Sid, Adam, hope you're feeling better soon, mate. Flanny, Holly, Jeanette, Alison, David, Jay, yeah, Craig, Rosie, Vampire Jack, Ashley, our wonderful friend and moderator. All of yous, welcome one and all.
Linda, Dorcas, Robin, Sally, Cat. You're all here, and we bloody appreciate it. And I will take this opportunity again to say thank you very much, Linda, Joe, and Dorcas, for your Beck Hall vouchers, which led to us booking a couple of days. I hope you've seen the vlog. It was much needed. And I feel so much better after it.
I do myself, to be honest with you, and I didn't really acknowledge it until we came home.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I knew when we were there, I was like, oh, this is healing, this is really nice. And, sitting at Malum and at Janet's Minge.
I'm glad you've got there.
Janet's Foss. It was healing. It was wonderful. It was much needed. Any of you that have seen the vlog, we're just repeating ourselves basically. But I didn't really fully acknowledge it until we got home, and then the sort of 24 hours following coming home. Bit more clarity of mind, not quite as down, bit more energized. Yeah, great, absolutely great. Just a quick shout out to Leanne as well, our wonderful friend and moderator, is also in the house and has just joined us.
Well, hello, Leanne.
Along with Alex, John, Julie. Was Dorcas already here?
Yes.
Dorcas was already here, yes. Ray, Linda, Joe.
Going out with her girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Have a gorgeous evening.
Yes.
Darling.
Yes.
And if you get the chance to go to Beck Hall, go.
Yeah.
Trust me. Even if it's just one night, dinner, bed and breakfast.
Well, the first time,
so worth it.
The first time we went for one night. We had a spectacular time, and we still managed to knock a really good vlog out, didn't we?
We did.
But I would say one night, like Paul said, if you can only do one night, do one night. But if you can do two or more,
Yeah. Bleached my hair today. Oh, we're desperate. Oh, we're right desperate.
Well, it's spring.
Anyway, it's done now. I'm right glad. So tonight we're having roasted vegetable wraps with peanut chili sauce. It's quite a common meal for us. We have it semi-regularly.
We do,
don't we?
We do.
So in here, we've got, in fact, let me just bring this up a little bit and show you. We've got butternut squash, sweet potato, white potato, carrot and parsnip, all peeled and cut into little bite-sized pieces and then roasted until you get some char. Like that. So that's the vegetables, and in here we've got crunchy peanut butter and Encona original hot chili sauce and wholemeal wraps from Sainsbury's.
I think I can't remember who it was, but somebody asked if we had caught the sun because we had a healthy glow. Yes, we were blessed with sunshine and blue skies with a couple of days that we were away, so we have caught the sun a little bit. Yes. I'm going to pour us some wine in a second.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I would love that.
I'm just looking at the comments and just catching up with people. Imran's in the house. Hey, you guys. And Tom Hemmings is in the house. Good evening, chaps. Oh, that's lovely, Tom. Thank you for sharing that. We are here fresh off the back of a wonderful Beck Hall vlog that we watched with a glass of wine after getting back from Alton Towers.
Oh, marvellous.
Fabulous. I don't know about you, Tom, but whenever I've been to Alton Towers in the past, when I get home, I'm knackered. I'm knackered. I've done Alton Towers many times over the years in my youth.
Peter, which ear looks purple? The one nearest Jason or the one furthest away?
Which ear?
Oh, it might be that one.
Oh, who knows?
Caught a bit of sun.
Yeah.
Caught a bit of sun. We both noticed on Wednesday night, didn't we? We were like, oh, we've caught the sun today.
Yeah.
Before we went down for dinner.
Oh, David, that's nice. Seriously considering it for my 40th next year, me and my best friend would go and it would hopefully help her move more towards plant-based. Nice.
Yeah, honestly, it would inspire anyone to move more towards plant-based because the food is just incredible. Yeah. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, yeah. Vicky, thanks for being here and thanks for catching a live. Awesome stuff. Adams, yeah, Beck Hall is top of my wish list. Yeah. Yeah, lots of people very much wanting to get to Beck Hall, which is awesome stuff. This evening, we are on a fairly standard Pinot Noir, the House Red.
Sainsbury's.
From Sainsbury's. I'm not sure how much it is. I can't remember. It's about a fiver, isn't it?
$5.50 or something, I think.
Yeah.
Clearly marked vegan. And quite gorgeous. Thank you, kind sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. Delightful. So yeah, has everybody been having a good weekend? Generally, you know, please feel free to share in the chat if you've been up to anything interesting or otherwise.
Oh yeah, Peter's just brought it back to mind. I don't know how many of you follow our Facebook page, but I shared a clip of Bella Ramsey. I was right excited. I saw a Bella Ramsey video from Vogue cooking lunch, and I thought, oh, watch that. And there's a part where now I know, where they said, my fridge is full of eggs. I'm supposed to be vegan, but my fridge is full of eggs. Because the main source of protein for vegans is pea protein, and I'm allergic. Have you heard of beans, Bella? Tofu, vegetables, many of which have protein. Yeah. It just really annoyed me, especially because they've been featured by Viva as one of the most beautiful vegans, and did a voiceover for Earthling Ed's film. And then they're there just casually saying, I'm supposed to be vegan, but I've got a fridge full of eggs and honey. It's just like, yeah, whatever, Bella.
It's a constant frustration with celebrities in general. And I said this to Paul the other day. I was just like, I really pay much attention to high profile celebrities that often, not always, but often are jumping on the bandwagon to get a headline and to stay relevant in the public sphere, as it were. So yeah, but disappointing.
Right, I am going to start loading up my first wrap. A good splurge of sauce.
Will and Chris, thanks for being here as always, and thanks for your lovely comment on the tune that I uploaded on my YouTube channel earlier. He was the first to comment, so thank you. But yeah, Will and Chris, been to a bottomless brunch with the sister-in-law today. The host was a drag queen, super fun, but now I'm tired. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, Will. And Sally says, Beck Hall was a beautiful vlog, brought a tear to my eye.
I watched it today while Jason was out recording that song with his cousin, and I cried. There you go. Said it. I cried.
Is there any particular moment that can you remember? Was it anything particular or was it just generally just the vibe?
It's us and the bloody music we chose yesterday.
Yeah. Nice, Cat. Nice. We're seeing Dad Brom tomorrow and going for a spot of lunch. Yes. Yes, David. Yes. I think a lot of celebrities do kind of view it as a trendy thing to kind of, you know, be relevant for a period of time.
Oh, I'll have a look, Leanne. I'll have a look in a bit, love. That'll probably be a block.
Yeah. I think people often, and I don't know about that one, Leanne, but from what you're saying, I speculate that sometimes people inadvertently, when they're commenting on something, will reveal an awful lot about themselves in what they're saying and the tone of it.
It's like the first person who pointed out to me about Bella's pronouns yesterday, just very rudely said, you know, be good if you got their pronouns right or something like that. And I was like, don't assume that everyone knows that. I didn't. Very polite answer. And then I got, you could have done a bit of research. Maybe you're just lazy. And I was like, oh, I said, thank you for showing us who you are. Goodbye. Yeah, block them. Someone else mentioned the pronouns, but in a very nice way. And I said, thank you. Already been made aware of it. Because I didn't know. I didn't know Bella was there then. Otherwise, I'm LGBTQIA. Do you think I ignore stuff like that? Genuinely didn't know. So they are not a she, they are a they.
They are a they. Just going back to what we were chatting about before, because it made me chuckle.
I like this.
Dorcas. Back in the 90s, I camped for a fortnight at Gordale Scar, and dare I say, I bathed at the top of Janet's minge. Feels so wrong now. Brilliant. Love that. Love that. Right, I'm going to scroll down. Chat is thick and fast as always this evening, which is wonderful. Thank you all for sharing and chatting and asking and, you know, all that stuff. And of course, if you haven't already, I know some of you will have done because you're great, please do consider giving the live stream a thumbs up because it helps get us and the Down to Earth vegan message out there to more people. What? How many wraps have we got, by the way?
3 each.
Ah, fantastic. Yes, Peter. The afternoon tea does look spectacular. We did see it whilst we were there. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
Is the Corvin Harry Potter? Linda Jo asks.
I don't know.
Did I say at the start, by the way? Because I started saying, oh yeah, I did. Of course I did. Thank you to Linda Jo Dorcas.
Yeah.
And then Beck Hall for.
I don't know, Linda. I don't know the answer to that one. I'm not. We've seen all the Harry Potter films like back in the day, but I wouldn't consider us like hardcore Harry Potter fans by any means.
No.
We've seen all of the films at least once, haven't we?
Yeah.
But I can't remember. If I saw it in the film, I think I would have recognised it.
Oh, Livy G. The meals at Beck Hall were incredible. First night's dinner was one of the best meals I've ever had, and I'm not even joking. And now I've been looking up the main dish I had because it was white bean cacciatore. Hello, little Isis.
And she's come down with some food herself.
Good for her. Yeah, I want to make that cacciatore beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, Adam, dude. You're awesome, mate. 5-year anniversary of watching this channel. Can't believe it. Never did I think when clicking on a random YouTube video that it was the start of a beautiful friendship. Couldn't agree more, mate. Couldn't agree more. Oh, Dorcas, in the Deathly Hallows, they camped one night on the limestone pavement at the top. Fantastic. Cool. I mean, it's very impressive visually. So I could see that it's probably been, the site's probably been used in a few films over the years. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. I'm going to put it down, but I don't want to risk stuff falling out. Out of my wrap. You know what, Sally? I would agree with you in terms of a lot of the food that's there. It really is top bar. It's very, very good. And what I really like, we will stop talking about Bet Call at some point soon. But the last thing that I'll say about it for now is we went in December 2023.
Yeah.
And at that point, we became aware very, very quickly that they had set their bar very high in terms of the experience, the food and the experience just as a whole. What was really pleasing for us was to go back recently, quite a large gap there, and to see that they've maintained that excellence.
Does she want to go out? Do you want to go out, kid?
It's not very nice out there, but you can go if you want.
She'll just go and run the car, won't she? Hi, sis.
Well, there you go.
I was going to say, do anyone with cats, do they ever stand at the door and when you open it, they just stand there looking outside and sniffing? Like, I'll make my mind up in a minute. And you're like, no, you wanted the door open, get out.
Oh, lovely. That sounds nice, Alex. Thanks for sharing. I shall highlight that for anybody who's in the area. Red Brick Market in Liverpool.
Is it a permanent thing, Alex, or like is it always there and always in the same location? Oh
yeah, fantastic.
You'd be surprised, Linda Jo. I just ain't bothered by it rain as long as the car's there. She'll run out in pouring down rain and just sit under the car, get some fresh air or whatever it is she does. Yeah, Peter, I'm aware of the vegan plant-based restaurant in Scotland. Is it called Theosa?
Something like that. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but I think you.
But Beck Hall was the first one in England.
The one in Scotland, I mean, I'm probably way off the mark, but when I originally, a couple of years ago, saw a couple of photos of the front of the place, the vegan hotel in Scotland, it reminded me a little bit of the building out of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like quite old stone,
Gothic.
a bit gothic looking. Yeah, it's nice looking place. I'm sure at some point, you know, fingers crossed, we will get there. and check the place out. Although it's considerably further for us to travel. Beck Hall is like an hour and a half away from us.
Yes, say Auster 1875.
Yes. Let me just.
Cheers, Rosa.
Nice one. And of course, we've got to also, Leanne, absolutely, whilst we're on this vegan establishment train, the Queen Inn for the Welsh win.
Absolutely, but the Queen Inn's not a hotel, it's a pub and restaurant. So, different thing. One of the best I've ever been to, pub and restaurant, but it's not a hotel, is it? You can't stay there. As staying at Travel Lodge. Not Travel Lodge.
Premier Inn?
Premier Inn.
Oh, that's a good question.
First place I had Juicy Marbles. The Queen Inn.
It was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that was before. Was that before it was kind of like easily available in supermarkets?
I don't think it was that easily available. I was like, we'll try that. It were good. So, who fancies a weekend grub club at Beck Hall sometime in September? Just asking, just throwing it out there.
I mean, there's nothing I would love more than that, but I can also appreciate it'd be quite an expensive grub club for all involved, wouldn't it?
Really?
Well, you know,
just one night.
One night.
Dinner, bed and breakfast.
It would be fantastic. Yeah. If we get any takers for that, let us know. We'll probably put a post on our socials as well.
Oh.
I was just going to go back up.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, that's why I was going back up. Rebecca is asked, let me just do that. And that's brilliant, Rebecca. Great, saying it's great. Beck Hall have maintained their excellence and their standards. They set I'm booked tomorrow for the next bank holiday. What was your banana blossom like, please? Rebecca, it was outstanding. It was very large. If you saw the vlog and Paul's excellent turning of the plate to show off the plate, the dish was beautiful, but it was quite large, to be honest. That's not a criticism. That's just, you know, be prepared for that, I suppose. Alex, nice one.
Big indoor place.
Thanks for the update, good sir.
By the Baltic Food Quarter, Stanhope Street. Cheers, Alex. Adam, I'm so proud of you.
Nice one, Adam. Nice one.
Adam's only just seen looking on a picture show. It's like a sheltered life.
Well, you watched it, Adam. That's the main thing. It's a special part of English musical theatre history, and I still think it stands up.
All of you that don't waste your posting of places in here where hardly anyone will get to see it, because I don't even think a lot of people replay the chat. I did a thread on the those vegan guys page on Facebook saying summer's coming up now, everyone's going to be looking at short breaks. Let's share all the places we know, get them in there.
Yeah,
and I'll reshare it at some point. I'm going to share them here as well, by all means, but get them in there. We need to let as many vegans as possible know how many wonderful places there are that they can go to for a meal or a stay or whatever.
Oh yeah, Imran, you know what? I'd forgotten about Jerome Flynn as well. Just randomly, just going to highlight Imran's comment there. Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones, been vegan for years, a really positive advocate within the vegan community, and I think someone we can rely on, thankfully. Yeah, nice one, Imran.
Plus, that is the blonde guy, isn't it? Or he was originally blonde.
Yeah.
Who did he didn't he do a duet? He formed a duo with another British actor.
Yes.
And they sang.
Yes.
Yeah,
all
Jerome
of that.
Flynn's fit. He's fit. Fight me.
Simon and Jerome?
No.
No. Oh, that's gonna
Someone
be
will
that.
know.
Someone will know. Someone will know. They did a cover of Oh My Love, My Darling, I Hunger for Your Touch.
Jerome Flynn from Soldier.
Soldier. Yeah, he was in Soldier original. Yeah. Linda's booked in at Beck Hall, 5th to the 8th of September. Fabulous. Oh, this is good, by the way. I like this.
Yeah.
It's great. Sturdy. There's enough there for another 2 wraps, isn't there? Portioned it quite well. Yeah.
Thanks, Kathleen.
Adam, that's fair enough. Yeah, VCR is going to be a particularly expensive one for you this year, isn't it, mate? With the fan and all. Nice one, Rebecca. Oh, I'm losing some out the top.
Oh no.
I caught it. Caught it. Robson and Jerome. Thank you, Wasdale Man Exploring Outdoors.
Right.
Caught up.
Yeah. And it should just scroll now. Scroll. Who am I? Oh, we've just finished watching Tales from the Loop again.
Oh, yeah.
Very good, but we were a bit annoyed that basically we think it's 2 and 8 are the same until right at the end. Aren't they?
It felt that way. But don't let that detract from what is an exceptional series. 8 episodes. Absolutely brilliant. It's just brilliant. Really, really good. If you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. Tales from the Loop. Ashley's loving the hair.
Oh, thanks, Cockle.
Mm-hmm.
I do and all. It doesn't have to make me feel better when my hair's blonde. I'm going to need some more wine.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm going to jump on that. I'm going to jump on that because I think that's a really interesting thing.
What?
First singles that people bought.
AC/DC. Highway to Hell. Because I went to a shop for an hamster. They didn't have any left. And my mum had to give me money. And someone had told me that AC/DC meant bisexual. And I knew I was gay. And I were 11. And I bought AC/DC Highway to Hell. And I didn't like it. What I did like is the Richard Clayderman album. My mum and dad bought me that same year. I think it was that same year. And they also bought me Flying Pickets. That might have been a couple of years later. Only You. There you go.
Well, I'm just gonna highlight that and leave that there for a minute, Adam. No shame in that, Adam. Take that, legends.
Adam, the more I learn about you, the more confused I am.
He's an eclectic and diverse mix of all
I know, but
kinds
he's a
of
rock
things.
dude. So that surprises me a little bit. No judgment, just surprise.
My first single that I bought was, to my memory, Ash, Girl from Mars. You remember the time when you were a girl from Mars? I don't know how you did.
Oh. I know, Adam. It's right. Your first single should have been mine, and mine should have been yours.
That's a fair point. Yeah, something went wrong with the cosmos there. Oh, just scroll back up a second, just a little bit. Will and Chris, Coffee and TV by Blair on cassette, also from Woolworths. Adam, nice. Leanne, Turtle Power, the theme from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Leanne, that is legendary.
Holly, Rod Stewart. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. Come on, sugar. Tell me so.
Tell me so.
Oh,
Sally.
Really need me.
Jason Donovan, Too Many Broken Hearts in the World.
Too many broken hearts in the world. There's too many dreams that have been broken into. Too many broken hearts in the world. So I won't give up a fight for you.
Nice, nice. Craig, Solid Gold, Easy Action by T-Rex. Craig, I'm embarrassed to admit, I'm not sure I know that one.
No, I don't think I do.
Vicky, I'm sure mine was something by New Kids on the Block. Nice. Oh, we saw the trailer, Dorcas, for Wheel of Time, and we both kind of looked at it and we were like, that kind of looks all right, but we've not jumped in as yet.
I love that song, Flanny. All of us on me are here to stay. All of us on me are on the way. And I would rather be anywhere else than here today.
I don't think, to be honest with you, thinking back, I don't recall buying an awful lot of singles myself. First album I bought was...
Vicky, there were no such thing as CDs when most of us on this chat were kids.
Speak for yourself. I'm halfway in between, me.
When you were a kid?
Oh, yeah, I suppose when I was like 10. I don't think there were CDs then, but it wasn't long after. I was just about to say, the first album that I bought was a double tape Iron Maiden Live After Death.
The Lion Sleeps Tonight type fit. It's a great song. I love that. Oh, The Last Kiss by Wayne Cochran. Is that the same Last Kiss by David Cassidy? Did David Cassidy cover it? This is the last kiss, the last kiss. This is the last touch, the last touch. This is the last time I will ever be holding you. That one.
You'll have to look out for the update now on that. Rosemary, Mark Bolan, Ride a White Swan. Nice. Love Mark Bolan.
David J, A Pair of Brown Eyes by the Pogues.
Okay. Ashley, the first CD I ever bought was the Spice Girls. I was about 6. I used my pocket money. Ashley, that's cute. I like that.
Oh, Dorcas, don't. It's gorgeous. Up the magic dragon lived by the sea. Beautiful song.
Thanks, Janine. Vicky, Jason and Kylie, especially for you.
Oh, it's a great song.
Classic.
Rare going out now, but Holly Johnson, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. First Love was Holly Johnson from Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Nice.
Ah, Rooney, Jimmy Mack. Jimmy, whoa, Jimmy Mack, I want me knickers back. And third finger, left hand, that's where he placed the wedding band. Do, 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 do. Great song.
Don't know that one.
Pulp, Common People.
Oh, Amy, yeah. Classic. Classic.
I said I had a thirst for knowledge.
Louise.
Studied business at St. Margaret's College, that's where I.
Club Tropicana.
Club Tropicana drinks are free. I'm just going to sing them all. Fun and sunshine. Oh, Sandy. That's my favourite version of that song. I love that version. Well, that's the original, isn't it? Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Great.
Oh, thanks for sharing, everyone. Oh,
so many great memories.
I tell you what, Leanne, if that Turtle Power single, if you've still got it, a 7-inch single, it might be worth a few quid, you know. There's a lot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff has gone up in value over the last like 20 years, 15, 20 years.
Flanny, I shit you not, Sparks and Discreet was the first album I fell in love with before I even fell in love with music proper, because my brother Stephen, who's like 8 years older than me, it was one of his favourite albums. Lux is one of my favourite tracks of all time still. I love that song. Love it. Lux.
Sparks were awesome.
Oh yeah.
I should have said Sparks.
They're still around.
Yeah, Sparks are awesome. Leroy, no. Tracy Leroy, no, not the same as David Cassidy.
CDs came out when I was about 12, I think. Jace, can you confirm?
Leanne, that sounds about right, to be fair, to me. To my warped memory, that's probably about right, yeah.
Sharon, I did not know that. The Last Kiss by David Cassidy, she thinks George Michael did backing vocals on that.
Oh, the late great George Michael.
Oh, he was incredible.
One of a kind.
Incredible.
First single, Alex, was Maximum Overdrive 2 Unlimited. Nice.
I keep scrolling down and it just keeps getting, there's more and more.
People like to share.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
Ashley, you know me so well. I shall highlight that because it is so true. There you go. I don't remember anything past 2020, basically. It's all just a blur. Scrambled tofu brain, indeed. Love that.
These are delightful.
They are. They always are. It's classic, isn't it? It's a classic in this house. We were talking about this actually just a couple of weeks ago.
Well, Kathleen, we love dogs. Love animals in general. You might have seen on the video, I was having quite a lengthy conversation with a few sheep on the way back from Janet's Foss. They were ignorant on the way there. They were under a tree. They weren't ignorant. They were ignorant. I said hello and they ignored me. But they came over. I was like, oh, you want to chat now, don't you?
Right. Let me just go back up again for a second.
Love animals. Just animals in general.
Yeah. Vicky said, I'm 41 in July and remember tapes to the end of primary at 10, then CDs at 11 or 12 going into high school. We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago randomly, and it links to this. I don't know how we got onto the topic, but I think you'd said to me, did I ever ask me if I ever had a Walkman? And I was like, yeah, I had a Walkman, and then at some point I transitioned up to a personal CD player, you know, a CD man. But yeah. Paul does it, Adam. Completely unrelated to the conversation that we've the topic we've just previously been on. But Adam says, when people have a head cold, does anybody else shove tissue up their nostrils to stop the constant dripping?
I have to.
You have to, don't you?
Otherwise, because it's literally constant.
It's offensive, is what it is. It's offensive, really.
Oh, bless you if you're at that stage, Adam.
Tom, first album was Now 32. Is that an album? Absolutely, Tom.
Great one and all.
Oh, wow. We've got a really broad age demographic in the chat this evening, and I love that. World of Warcraft noob, first album, Fallen by Evanescence. Fell in love with them. Can totally understand that. And Flanny is recommending the Edgar Wright documentary, The Sparks Brothers, is brilliant.
Leanne, I remember now 4, Tom. I remember the original, now that's what I call music album. When there were no plans for number 2 or number 3. I think I've got it.
Hey, Joseph, thank you for being here. You made it to a live. Jeez, Holly. Bless you. I wanted to make wraps tonight, but they were like $6.99 for 6. So I bought a bag of flour instead.
Oh, Holly. I wanted to hug you then.
I think it was links to what I was saying earlier when we were watching. Was it Merle with the juicy marbles? I was like, I can't begin to imagine how much she's paid for them.
I know. Does anyone watch Merle O'Neill? It's very good. We like Merle, don't we?
We do. We do.
What did I say, Jason?
Just shit through the eye of a needle.
I didn't say that. Right, the final wrap.
Yeah, Leanne, I think you might be right. Sort of 14, 15 feels about right in terms of CDs coming into my life.
A whole new world.
Oh, Vicky. Bless you. Yeah, we both grew up with dogs. Me and Paul and me. We both grew up. We had border collies. Love border collies. Beautiful, beautiful dogs. But yeah, when we were both kids, growing up, family home, dogs in the family home. Love dogs. Love all animals, of course.
Deneen, pretty much the same. I had a Walkman, then a Discman, then I had a mobile phone. I think it was a Sony.
Yeah.
It was only a little one. And it had really good music player on it.
Really?
As in, there might have been a gap of about 10, 15 years where I didn't listen to music on things. But then the phone, I got the phone and I was like,
I'm with you.
may as well I was with you before.
I was going to say, because our first, I think we both had Nokia bricks back in the day, didn't we? I wish it had been called the Discman. Deneen. That would have been miles better.
Discman.
A Discman, yeah.
Hello, I'm your Discman. I'll look after your disc for you. Kathleen. Dogs and cats. They've got us wrapped round their little fingers, haven't they? All right. This is the last kiss. The last kiss.
So true, Tom. So true. But I think, you know what? I'm kind of starting to realize as I get a bit older that every decade contains magic when it comes to music. I've actually only recently, over the last week, discovered that there's a Radio X sort of secondary radio channel that's devoted just exclusively to playing music, absolute bangers from the 90s, and it's brilliant, and there don't seem to be as many adverts on there, which is great. But yeah, I think every decade has just got absolute magic in its own way, in its own special way. Where I've got an edge off now between Sid and Craig as to who's the oldest in the chat. Thanks for popping in. The Good Life Off Grid. Oh.
We've started something now, haven't we?
Yeah. Nostalgia. It's a powerful thing, isn't it? And a wonderful thing. Thank you, Joseph. Yes, we had a fabulous time at Betcall.
I think that's what mine was, actually. Sony Ericsson.
Yes, I think that was the first.
It was a really good music
Well done,
player.
Ashley. I think you're right. I think it wasn't the Sony Ericsson the first one that really made a big deal out of it being like an MP3 music phone. I think the marketing around the Sony Ericsson was really kind of leaned into the music player functionality.
It was great. This is the last time. Did she come back in?
Yeah.
I never saw that happen. I never saw that happen. I want to wait for you to make your last one before I carry on eating.
Well, you can carry on scrolling then while I do this.
Well, if you just do that.
Oh, it'd help if I did that first, wouldn't it? I nearly just whacked it straight onto the plate. That would have been silly. Oh, just randomly, by the way, I'll just mention, whilst I'm making my last wrap, we don't talk a lot about gaming on the channel because I do appreciate that, you know,
Not everyone's a gamer.
yeah, statistically, probably not many of you are gamers. But I've recently played Titanfall 2. It's one of the best first-person shooter games I've played in many, many years. Smashed through it in about 8 hours. Absolutely brilliant. If you're a gamer and you haven't played Titanfall 2, would recommend. It's beautiful, really beautiful game, really good fun to play.
Marvelous. It's all yours.
I'm going to stand up for this last
It's all
one.
yours, mister. Oh, I love it. It's lovely. Oh, I've been obsessed with a reel. Mate, I saw a reel the other day and I can't get out. Yeah, because a woman, and she just said, I just got catcalled. Some guy said to me, she's clearly American, but then she quotes the guy with a northern accent. She said, some guy just said to me, I like your hair. Nice. Bouncy. She was walking down the street and she said, every time my hair moves now, all I've got is his voice saying, I like your hair. Nice. Bouncy. Can't get it out of my head. Can't get it out of my head. Oh, that reel is all I think about.
It did tickle you though, didn't it? Proper tickled you.
It did.
In fact, it's come back and had the same effect on you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Numerous times. Sid, very true. Some excellent music tastes coming to the fore this evening. Thank you everyone for sharing. It's lovely. And it's so nice because it's a universal thing, isn't it? You know, have you ever come across somebody who's like, I'm not really into music, and you're instantly like a little bit suspicious of them? Like, really? I shall highlight that to Deneen, which links very much. Very, very true. Very, very true. It's powerful. I've lost a bit.
Oh no.
Okay. Sorted.
Oh no. Anybody want to buy it, by the way? Grab a bite.
Oh, nice one, David. I've heard good things about Avowed. Ashley, N64 kid, never off the thing. N64 was a classic console. Absolute classic. Yes. Yes, Vicky. Yes to all of that. I had a friend many years ago, I won't name names, said he thought the Beatles were overrated. Yeah. Gave him a wide berth after that. Oh. Adam's thanking you. Did you see?
I had someone ask me who John Lennon was the other day.
Well, to be fair, it could have been somebody who was like 15. I do give the younger generation the benefit of the doubt when it comes to stuff like that, because sometimes they just don't know. Alex, name me one.
Oh, he's just writing it for attention.
Oh, I'm calling it out. Name me one. Name me a band.
Alex, stop trying to get attention.
I look at you with one of my serious looks. Yes, Flanny. Yeah. I mean, I have to also acknowledge my privilege in having an upbringing where I was surrounded by all types of music from all walks of life, you know, all different styles.
Imran, if ever I see anyone wearing a music t-shirt, I often, most of the time, say to them, "Oh, what's your favourite song of theirs?" And you'd be surprised how many people go, "Oh, I don't. It's just a t-shirt."
Whoa. World of Warcraft noob. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Sam Fender because I've not heard enough of his stuff, but the couple of songs that I have heard, I've liked. Ashley, there you go, see, and I think that's just it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You can have your genre that you lean into and that you kind of like, you're really into, but I think it's really good to have eclectic, you know, be open to other things, other genres. When we first met, I was predominantly, it was just rock, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But and it partly down to you and partly down to just the aging process, just getting older, getting more mature. You know, we both got incredibly.
You only liked male artists when I met you.
Yeah, predominantly, yeah.
Mainly males.
Male singers, yeah. Oh, Kathy. Sending all our love and best wishes to you and all of your kin. Always a joy to join you, vegan guys, and peaceful. Thank you from the US, as it's so not here. Yeah. Yeah.
We know. We've been paying very close attention. Horrific.
That's funny, Leanne. Excellent. I'm going to need a little bit more wine before I finish this off.
Gone there. Was a huge Dave Grohl fan, and then when I found out recently that he'd had an affair and fathered a child with the affair, I was just like, "Nah, you know what, mate? Screw you. I can't do infidelity. If you're not happy with someone, leave them, then start another relationship. Don't cheat. It's sick."
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough one with that. You know how I feel about it. I was like, you know, we've talked about it, haven't we? Like, I'm a huge fan of the Foo Fighters. Have been for many, many years. But I do judge him. I do judge him on that. And it has tarnished. Yeah, that's the word, Leanne. Tarnished. Most definitely.
Well, that was delightful.
Yeah.
I might as well start clearing.
I was going to say I needed some more wine before I finished this, but then I realised I had some water left, so I'm all good. I'm all good.
Excuse me. No, seriously though, excuse me.
Give that a highlight, Adam, for anybody that's into punk or oi punk, more specifically.
What's oi punk?
You just put very oi punk. Is it punk where they say oi a lot in the songs? Nice one. Thank you for sharing, World of Warcraft noob. Oh, I tell you what, it builds up the heat, doesn't it? Cumulative.
Oh, Dev Charles. Hi to you, TVG. Recently subscribed so I could join chats. Hi, Dev. Welcome. Just curious, since you were talking about music, does anyone in the stream or yourself like classical opera? I love rock also, but classical is my favourite. Yeah. But when people ask what's your music taste, I usually say everything from classical to death metal.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be something somewhere that I love, but classical was, I think that was the reason one of my first albums was Richard Clayderman. He played a lot of classical stuff on the piano. Plus, he was hot, and I was 11. So yeah, absolutely.
And similar for myself, Dave. I was exposed to classical music from a young age, so I did have a real appreciation, particularly choral music.
You sang all sorts, didn't you? Peter Jesus, Peter Jesus, ah, ah. That.
You're going to do it, at least do it in the proper Latin. Yeah, I was a chorister in Manchester Cathedral Choir for 4 or 5 years. So yeah, I was
in the little gay.
It's kind of what I alluded to before, earlier on in the live stream, that I was, I acknowledge the privilege and the wonderful opportunity that I had to be surrounded by all of those wonderful young people from all over the world. Studied at Chetham's, sung as a chorister in Manchester Cathedral Choir, got to perform some incredible music from a very young age, and it does leave a significant imprint on you, I think.
Oi is also something that's used in leather gay culture. Oi, oi, oi.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, bless you, Holly. Here's what I saved on wraps today.
Bless you, Holly.
You should have just got some wraps. Thanks for the super chat, Holly. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm full now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? It's what you want to be after dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least sated.
Alex, thank you for mentioning that, actually. Sometimes when I just want music on in the background that's not too distracting, I'll put a good Shire compilation on in the background from YouTube. Similar to that.
Oh, well, World of Warcraft, absolutely. The music in Final Fantasy VII killed me. I never told you my story about Final Fantasy VII. How I played it for about 80 hours, and then one of the main characters got killed, and I was completely unexpecting it, and I stopped playing it because I was just like, no, you're not doing that to me. I went back to it.
Just have a little bit of a tidy. I've moved my plates. Oh. stuffed, but in a good way.
All right, this is where we bring you a bit closer now. A little bit closer. Come here. Come here, I have something to tell you. You can't tell anyone though. It's a secret. I'm gay. Oh, I think that one's tilting up. A smirch.
Oh, and just do that.
A smirch. There you go.
There we go. Oh, nice. Move that back a little bit. That's better. What have I missed in the moment that I was away?
Not much. Alex just asked if we had the Wicked soundtrack yet.
It's in the car, isn't it?
No, it's in the front room.
Is it?
Yeah, Wicked soundtrack and the DVD. Yep. We've watched Wicked now 5 times.
Okay. Oh, Linda, you've mentioned it now, haven't you?
Specifically brewed for Beck Hall, that particular beer.
So good.
God, it's God.
So nice.
Like a creamy, mild. Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. 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 It was very, very nice. Very nice. All praise to Ilkley for brewing it.
On Ilkley more batat. On Ilkley more batat. On Ilkley more batat. I kept singing that because we'd had Ilkley beer.
Jeanette, I remember buying Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation. Was it, what was it, 4 or 5 discs? I think it was 4. The pain of having to change disc mid-game. Yeah, those were the days, Jeanette. Those were the days.
Vicky hasn't seen Wicked yet. Have you seen it on the stage, Vicky? It's now available on DVD, by the way. You can buy it now, and it's quite cheap on streaming now as well. Less than a tenner. Well worth it. It's amazing. Like I said, we've seen it 5 times. It gets better every time you see it because you notice more.
Yeah. Craig, I've just remembered, by the way, Craig says still hooked on Guinness shandies. Nice. I've just remembered, Craig, I saw you'd posted, when I logged into my Jason Bromley Music Facebook page, I saw one of your posts. Haven't you got new music out? And if so, please feel free to share in the comments if there is a link to your music, Craig. That is absolutely fine, mate. Absolutely fine. If you want to, you know, share.
Hands touch, eyes meet, sudden silence, sudden heat.
Oh, Imran, you don't know what you're missing out on, mate.
Again, now.
Oh,
What?
just you every time you walk past the table. It's like,
What? What's Imran?
Imran, I absolutely detested boy bands and still do. That's a bold, brash, and irrational statement, good sir. But fair play, fair play. You know what? I was a bit like that back in the day. I had a kind of my guilty pleasure going back to Adam's post before when I was a teen, I kind of couldn't, I had to acknowledge that Take That were great because their harmonies were amazing. And then I'd had to have a word with myself because the Beatles technically were a boy band. They were a band and they were all boys. And then, of course, later came the Backstreet Boys and Backstreet's Back, amongst other things. So, and that's a classic, mate. You can't argue that. I don't think I'm going to change Imran's opinion anytime soon. I do, Leanne. I do. I'm going to highlight that as well. No worries, Craig. No worries, mate. I know what it's like we know what it's like to self-promote, and it can be blooming difficult sometimes. So,
Vicky, Guinness and Black is lovely. I've had one many a time.
Oh, Tracy, I hope that you get a chance, and I can fully appreciate that. It's been a tough time for you as of late, hasn't it?
Oh, Diggle, you are just too good.
Very true, Adam. I shall highlight that. Thank you.
Highlight that from Imran. I want everyone to see how rude he is. Look how rude he is.
Rude, Imran. Rude. Yes. Nice.
Oh, Linda Joe, I can't ever imagine it being embarrassing to admit you liked ABBA. We were listening to their last album, Voyage, again in the car recently. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cracking album.
It's good. There's a couple of weak songs on there, to be fair. But ABBA back in the day, again, they were geniuses. They were genii. They were geniuses when it comes to the craft of writing a pop song. There are not many that are better.
That Ruddy Miasma has twisted Gemini's arm to learn Mamma Mia, because the girls already do Waterloo and now Dancing Queen. That was a new one last year. Mamma Mia is going to be a new one this year. There you go.
Nice one, Craig. Do have a look at Manga Bros and Mod Wump for anybody that's interested. And correct me if I'm wrong, Craig. Your music, from what the few tracks that I've heard, leans more into the kind of electronica type stuff.
See, he's admitted something there now. 5
Oh. Well, you'll be really pleased, Imran, because 5 have recently announced that they're getting back together and doing a tour, I believe next year. So I expect to see you on the front row of said tour.
Flanny, Deb's got great taste, because that's one of Cliff's best songs.
Yeah, I would agree.
With that music, the wired for sound, walking about with a head full of music, cassette in my pocket and I'm gonna use it stereo, watching the breakfast show. Whoa, 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 whoa. Power from the music. No. Power from the needle to the record.
Yeah.
AM, FM.
That's enough for that now.
Great song. Tom, you're not wrong. Never forget where you're coming from.
Yes.
It's been a long.
Can I just say, when it comes to Take That as well, I do appreciate and value how they have aged as a band, as musicians, Gary Barlow and the others, in terms of spreading the talent around when it comes to the songwriting. Yeah, I think some of their more recent stuff is actually pretty decent. So fair play to them. Fair play. There probably is, Adam. There probably is. Well, this is the great thing, Imran, isn't it? I mean, ultimately, in all seriousness, music can be divisive, but I think for the most part, I genuinely feel that for at least, I want to say 90% of music, I can generally find something positive to say about it these days. I try to look for something, but maybe I'm, as a songwriter, maybe I'm coming sometimes at it from a different direction as opposed to a music appreciator. I can usually find something, even if it's just like, oh, I really like that bass line in the chorus, or, you know, they've been creative with the drum beat in the outro, or, you know, the melody's beautiful. The words might not be great, but the melody's really beautiful. So yeah, it can be divisive, but you know, it's good that we're a respectable bunch here, isn't it? You know, for the most part.
Oh, Jeanette, the Carpenters are amazing.
Oh, see, I put the Carpenters in the same bracket as ABBA.
Mm-hmm.
They're just phenomenal songwriters. Tom's got tickets to see Gary Barlow. Unsuccessful at getting Oasis tickets, but got Gary Barlow tickets. Thanks, Flanny.
I recorded my own little version of Close to You for Jason in our first 12 months of being a couple.
On cassette.
On cassette.
It was beautiful.
Did my own backing vocals and everything.
It was very romantic. It was very nice. Should we have a spot more wine before we wrap things up?
Yeah.
Before we start to slowly wrap things up. But yeah, I think a spot more wine and a little bit more chat, and then we will slowly start to wind things up. Whilst I'm...
Small Wonder. Linda, love both those songs. Don't You Want Me Baby is brilliant, and Rhinestone Cowboy is brilliant. When I was about 18, I fell in love with a stripper called Rhinestone Cowboy. He was fit, and then I found out we were married to a woman.
And you were destroyed. Was you destroyed?
No, I just went off him.
As you do. Yeah. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Dave Grohl. Just going back to the previous thing about, you know, adultery and all that.
Victoria, NSYNC, that is all. Yep.
Didn't I can't, come on. No, I can't profess to know enough to have an opinion when it comes to NSYNC. Genuinely, I don't know enough of their stuff to have an opinion. Whereas with other boy bands like Backstreet Boys, Take That, I'm a bit more familiar.
Do you know what one of my favourite ABBA songs is? And not a lot of people know it. Marionette.
Yeah, you do like that one, don't you?
Brilliant. I nearly swore. Is that good?
I don't think it's the best.
It's a brilliant song, though.
It's a good one.
You're so free. That's what everybody's telling me. Still I feel I'm like an outward bound.
It's a bit heavier for ABBA, and I do like that about
just a marionette pull the strings. Great song.
Yes, I will highlight that, Blood Rose. Thank you. Yes, so important to support our musicians and grassroots music venues. AI-generated art and corporate control of media seems more intense now. It does. It does. It's something we all really need to be aware of as musicians, as music appreciators, as creative souls.
Speaking of support, I have recently done quite a bit of work on the Those Vegan Guys website and on the Vegan Queens website as well, but we're talking about Those Vegan Guys now. And I've added a page for Jason's music,
Nice,
and I've added a page for Penny the Pigeon Queen, because I'm a published author and Jason's a published musician. So, you know, anyway, there's the link. You should go and have a look.
Fair enough, Imran. I'm going to start to randomly send you links to songs by boy bands that I think you might actually like to try to sway you. I won't do that. I probably won't do that.
Was it your first chat tonight, Vicky? I'm glad you've had a nice time anyway.
Ah, yeah. Nice one. Yeah, thanks for being a part of the community and part of the chat. Crane David!
I was just about to do that.
Sorry, Tom, I can't. Whenever I mean, how bad must it be for him?
Boney M. Rock. Leanne. One of my dad's favourite bands. Rah, rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. Love Boney M.
Good stuff.
Brown girl in the ring. La, 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 la. There's a brown girl in the ring. La, 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 la. Brown girl in the ring. La, 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 la. She looks like a sugar in a plum.
Plum, plum. All of that. Yeah. Adam says, watching the live while sober is definitely a different experience. I can actually read the comments. Nice one, dude. Nice one.
Why are you sober if you're poorly?
Maybe he's on medication. Or maybe he's just chosen to be sober because getting drunk might make him feel worse.
Oh, I love getting drunk when I'm ill. Not drunk, but you know.
G loves trains. Thank you for your comment and your share and your kind words. Me and my girlfriend love watching your videos, and we now can't stop saying clearly marked vegan in the shops.
Neither can we.
We can't stop saying it. Sometimes we actually counted.
And I ask as well, like, because Jason's got better eyes than me. So I'll pass him some and say, what's that? And he'll go, yeah, it's vegan. And I'll say, is it clearly marked vegan? And sometimes, most times he'll say, yeah, and other times he'll say, no, but it's vegan by ingredient. It's marked vegetarian.
Ah, Vicky says, oh, we got Penny the Pigeon Queen over Crumbo.
Oh, nice.
Nice one,
Thank
Vicky.
you.
Yeah, you know what, actually, I'll say it because Paul's obviously been actively doing quite a bit of marketing and promo for Penny the Pigeon Queen. I've read it. I really love it. I think it's amazing. I want more people to be aware of it. I will, hand on heart, ask of as many of you that are watching now, 101 of yous, if any of yous would be willing to directly share Penny the Pigeon Queen on whatever social media platform that you use and just give it a bit of a plug and a bit of a shout out, because not only is it a beautiful, compassionate story, but it's incredibly educational for parents and young people in a really beautiful way. Any of you that are watching now would be willing to just independently just plug it or share a link to it and a couple of positive words on your own social media, you'd be amazed at how helpful that can be in terms of that ripple effect. You know, and it is honestly about just trying to get that message out there to families and for young people to help to teach that compassion. And once that seed is planted, particularly in a young person's head, it will hopefully stay with them for life. Because the way that
the
they
little
view...
boy that lives over there,
Yes, yes,
one
yes,
of
yes.
the first kids to read the book, because I gave him a copy. And his mum brought him over the next day. He was still in his little school uniform. He's only about 9. And he said, I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I'm going to be kind to pigeons in future. And I said, well, you've just made my day, mate. Thank you so, so much. And then his mum came back the day after and said, Paul, is he all right to take the book into school? I was like, absolutely.
Nice one, everyone. Thank you. Yeah. It's so important. It's so important. Because I think once that lesson is learned at a young age, I think it's such a powerful lesson to learn, and it's something that stays with you for the rest of your life. If you can help a young person to understand compassion towards a pigeon, which is probably one of the animals that they will come into most close contact with on the most regular of occasions, aside from like pet hamster, goldfish, that kind of thing, rabbit, dog or cat. If they can learn about compassion towards a pigeon or a bird of some kind, I think that's really powerful. I really do. And I think it could make the world a difference in society in general. Sorry, a little bit of a deeper meaningful one for a second there, but
hey, never apologise for deeper meaningful.
Yeah.
It's quite lacking in the world, especially with people like Trump and Musk. Sorry I said it.
Can I do a little bit of shameless self-promotion
Yeah.
whilst we're talking about stuff?
That's what I just said. I shared our website link and said you've got your own music page on there.
I know.
Oh, you mean the new?
Yeah,
thing.
I'm going to... I don't share the fact that I've got... I don't even know if it'll come up. I have my own YouTube channel, which I haven't really uploaded a huge amount of stuff. Is that it? No, is that it?
That must be.
Yeah. I haven't uploaded a huge amount on there, but for anybody that's interested and would be willing to go along and have a look at my YouTube channel, obviously no obligation, but if you fancy popping along, I don't know why it's called that. That's the link there. I might have to look into that, but it's there anyway.
Oh yeah, I remember that video ad of it. It was cute as heck. Whatever they said, a video of Poppy reading.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Nice one, Vicky. Nice one. Yeah. I bet it is, Sarah. I bet it is. I'm really enjoying seeing a lot of what Bernie Sanders is doing at the moment. The rallies and everything. I follow Bernie Sanders. Well, we both...
34,000 people yesterday.
Thanks, Sid.
In Denver. 34,000 people.
Well, it's Bernie and AOC, isn't it? Yeah, it warms my heart. I know that there is incredible turmoil. We're both quite aware, and as many of you know, reasonably switched on. We don't ignore stuff.
Billionaires trying to rule the world. It's like Trump has got more billionaires in his immediate circle now working for the government than there have ever been in the history of American politics. Tell me it's not about billionaires.
Jeanette, thank you for your kind words and for being here. Sleep well and all of the best to you.
Tesla's on the White House lawn.
Yes, Sarah.
Who's a good man?
Bernie Sanders.
Ah, yeah. If Bernie Sanders would have won the presidency when he was running, and Jeremy Corbyn would have won the prime ministership here when he was running, what a different world it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But they both got demonized by the media.
Bless you, Ashley. Bless you. That's because you are super cool. Sarah, you're absolutely right. I just don't know whether it's achievable or not, but I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. Yeah. Yes. I shall share and highlight all of these comments as much as I possibly can. Thank you, Tracy. I think somebody else had mentioned something similar further up in the chat, so I'm sorry if I missed that, but the content and the share is very, very similar. Yeah, dark times, you lovely folk, dark times. We've got to stay strong and keep being vocal, keep liking and interacting with all of that positive content on social media, driving the algorithm so that more people see it. If you feel sometimes like there's nothing that you can do, because we feel like that ourselves sometimes, especially being lowly British people over the pond on the other side of all of this, you can interact with all of that positive, progressive stuff that's going on in America. You can share it. You can, if you don't even want to share it, you don't have to share it. You interact with it, comment on it, give it a like, a thumbs up. All of that interaction drives the algorithm and helps more people to see it. And hopefully, you know, the tide at some point will turn and people will start to realize that even those that voted red they'll realize
some of them are standing up.
They
in
are.
Town halls.
They are
moment.
absolutely.
They're really standing up.
I was thinking as I was saying it. Then I was thinking.
Anyone noticed how Musk keeps having his young son on his shoulders? Gee, I wonder why. Human Shield. Sick. Anyway, let's bring this to a nice close.
Yeah, let's end on a positive.
Because it's been a lovely evening with you lot again.
Yes.
And we've got no doubt an episode of Voyager to watch, and probably another episode of MasterChef Australia.
Possibly, yeah.
Is there anything else worth watching?
We've got a few films in our watch list, but I think if we've watched an episode of Voyager, it might be by that point a little bit late to settle into a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's been lovely this evening, as always, and as Sarah says, particularly nice to bask in some nostalgia and reminisce about first singles purchased and just general music tastes. Always a nice topic of conversation.
Absolutely.
And thank you all for sharing. You know, it's kind of what makes the live, really. Your interaction, your questions and comments, and your willingness to share little bits of personal things about your own life and your own growing up, you know, all of that stuff.
And don't forget, we're all here for each other. We're the good people in the world, and while we exist, evil cannot win. It'll try and it'll get really far, but it can't win.
Yes, very true, very true.
A massive thank you to Ashley and Leanne, our friends and moderators, for being here this evening and holding the fort, and a thank you to every single one of you for being here and spending some time with us. As I say, we're going to go off now and watch an episode of Voyager, because Janeway is soul food, a bit like Beck Hall was. If you haven't seen our Beck Hall vlog, please have a look. And for one final time, I will link. Oh,
it's still there though. It's the tab's still open.
I will link our Those Vegan Guys website, because there is a music page for Jason. There is a Penny the Pigeon Queen page, and there's all kinds of stuff on there. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, all of that.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again very soon. And until then, will you please be excellent to yourselves and each other? Bye, loves.